Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I have been rather intrigued by this particular item, so hopefully it's good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Sack Squad shirt. Look at it. It's glorious. It's a man in a Bigfoot costume playing a saxophone on a unicorn. I'm just saying. If you're unfamiliar with Sack Squatch, he is just that. He is a man who wears a Bigfoot costume, who goes over there and plays a mix of both original songs and covers on his saxophone, usually over like some EDM style music. I got into his stuff in 2020 during the lockdown. I started seeing his videos, and initially I just, I was enamored by the devotion to the whole thing, just the man found a gimmick and he ran with it. But as time went by, I was like, no, he's really talented and good. So a few weeks ago, the time I'm doing this, I actually got to see him perform live, which was incredible. It was a great show. I actually have some videos of that show. They're on my channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as his music is concerned, because it's fucking Sack Squatch. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why have I been intrigued? Well, folks, one thing that you may or may not know about your good buddy Brandon, probably not, but it depends on who you are. I'm a big fan of ramen. I love ramen in a way that no man should love really any inanimate object. I'm a huge fan. Pretty much whenever, I want to go out and just have a really nice meal, I have, certain spots that I like to hit, and ramen is one of the chief things that I like to grab. Now, I go out to proper ramen spots, right? But recently, there was a spot that's like, well, we can do ramen too. So, what am I reviewing? Where am I reviewing it from? Happens to be, boom, but what is this? This is chili garlic ramen from Noodles Company. Okay. Now, I've reviewed some stuff from Noodles Company in the past. They're typically a decent enough establishment. I don't think I've ever had anything I disliked from them. But this is their new chili garlic ramen. I guess they revamped their menu recently, so, have to review some more stuff from them in the future. This consists of ramen noodles sauteed in chili garlic soy sauce, napa and red cabbage, and spinach, topped with scallions, parmesan, and Asian spice blend. Alright? That sounds good. I am sad, though. I was hoping they'd have chopsticks so I could do it properly, but no chopsticks. Jesus. There's some idiot driving around in a freaking supercar. It's like, alright, dude, we get it. Let's take a look at it. It looks like this, and we'll just kind of go, ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. Unfortunately, I really would love to review some ramen, some proper ramen, but it's just kind of it's a hard thing to review out in your car. So, I don't know, maybe one day. If the channel ever gets big enough, it won't. Maybe I'll go over there and ask some of these places if I can go over there and do reviews from inside the establishment, but like I said, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, or ever. But that's okay. Yeah, this definitely... Let's find out how it is. Very garlicky. That is a fucking hit, man. I'm going to be smelling funny for the rest of the day. Funnier than I already smell, I'm sure, but wow. That is, I'm not mad at it, but I wouldn't call it a particularly balanced experience. Now, you are definitely getting the other elements in there. You do get like a saltiness from the soy sauce, gives it that extra sort of extra kind of bite to it. And there is a chili flavor for sure. There's a little bit of spice. It's not anything heavy, but it kind of goes to the back of your throat a little. Okay. I mean, I'm not disliking it. I want to emphasize that. Like, I'm actually rather into this, but a little bit of cheesiness from the Parmesan. I mean, everything's there. You got, your little bit of your little bit of cabbage. Gives it a little added texture. I mean, obviously, this is a, it's not really anything close to proper ramen. It's obviously doing its own thing. It's an approximation, right? And even then, it's within a very specific setting. Real ramen is typically very, like if you're really doing it properly, you have to, the broth takes a long time. You really want to get those flavors going. This is them going over there and trying to recreate some of that experience in a much more simplified, I'm sure much less time-consuming type of situation. So you've got a lot of bold flavors. You have things that are trying to sort of mimic, what like a proper ramen tastes like, but obviously because it's not that nice, long, drawn-out process, it does feel clumsier. It's not bad, again, but it definitely is like, there's lots of nice flavors here, but they're very punchy. They're not very well balanced. But I'm not mad at it at all. I actually genuinely like this quite a bit. I like punchy flavors. I like garlic. I like soy sauce. I like chili. And when you do go over there and get like a proper hit of, especially like with the scallions, some of the veg, when you go over there and get some of, everything, it does become a little bit more balanced. If anything, I definitely could have done with a little bit more veg, I feel like. Not that it's like scant, but there is something to this that I actually like. It is what it is. It's fast food, it's fast food ramen, but like there's something to that, man. Like I genuinely like this. I'm down with it. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. The thing is, it's kind of in a weird place too, because like I say it's fast food, but Noodles and Company, like they, make their stuff more or less to order. So it's not like this was like something that, I got 2 minutes after I ordered it. They took some time, they made it properly and everything. So it exists in this weird limbo space because like I could honestly have probably gone to a proper ramen shop and within more or less the same amount of time probably gotten like a proper bowl of ramen. Or conversely, I could go home, make some instant noodles, and, spice it up myself. So this is in that weird spot. Like, it's kind of in between. It's not that convenient, and it's obviously nowhere near as good as the real stuff. But, like, I like it in the way that I like certain fast food items, where, like, it's punchy, it's intended to, kind of hit a wider audience. And, like, yeah, I wouldn't get this if I wanted real ramen, but I do think I would get it again because it's tasty, and I like what they did with the flavors, even, again, being unbalanced as they are. If I'm recommending it, I mean, here's the thing. It's not going to, under the best of circumstances, this isn't going to be for everybody, because, like I said, it's very garlicky. It's not spicy per se, but there is a little bit of spice, and some people just don't like spice. And the other thing is, again, if you're somebody who you're partial to like really good ramen, this is not going to go over there and give you that hit. But I will say, if you're somebody who, you work within that realm of Noodles and Company, maybe Chipotle, things like that, and I'm not crapping on that or anything, or, I enjoy that stuff. This is genuinely, I think this is probably the best thing I've ever had from Noodles and Company. And, like, there's something to be said for it, and I think it was, like, about $9 for the bowl, which is honestly better than a lot of fast food these days. So, yeah, I would go over there and recommend it. Like, again, not if you want proper ramen, but if you want a tasty bowl of noodles, it does a pretty good job. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly ramen-tastic rest of your life. One day I will review some proper ramen, I promise. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know, what's been your personal ramen experiences. Because I know for me, like, I didn't really have, like, proper ramen until, probably in the last, like, maybe 6-7 years, something like that, when I found a place nearby me, well, not near, but, and that's when I was like, holy shit, this is like a whole other level. So let me know, hit me up in the comments. What's been your jam with ramen? Anyway,